Yeah. Okay. I mean, do you have any sort of strategies for that, in the sense of like what should like a person's average week, obviously they're working a day job or whatever, but do you
Right.
recommend like an hour a night of just kind of like keeping up with things, a couple hours a week? What do you think?
Yeah, and that's a really good question. How much time do you spend? Now, when I went to get my degrees, the early days when I went back to school to learn about computers, there were no degrees in infrastructure and
Hmm.
cybersecurity like there are now. And cybersecurity is actually a fairly new degree program in many colleges and universities. So the things I learned were just basically ad hoc classes that I was taking. But nowadays, it's a different story. So around 2010, I decided, you know what, they now have degrees, and I should probably look at getting those degrees. I already had a lot of certifications, and which was great. My business was already going great, but sometimes clients would ask me, "Hey, do you have a degree?" And that kind of thing. And what did
Hmm.
you get your degree in? And so I decided, you know what, even though at the time I was 40 years old, it's time to go back to school. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I did. I did. I went back. I got my bachelor's degree in IT administration, and then I went for my master's degree in IT management. And the way I did it is I worked, my usual 8 to 5, although in consulting sometimes it's 6 to 10, but
Yeah.
and weekends and things like that.
On call
But
forever. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I would spend about 2 hours a night after I'd go home, have dinner, spend about 2 hours a night working on, passing my classes.
Hmm.
And that meant watching a lot of videos, reading a lot of books, and of course,
Yep.
taking tests. And then on the weekends, I would plan on 4 hours a day for each day. Now, of
Hmm.
course, I had little kids at the time, wife and little kids. My kids are grown now, but or in college, but I was able to make that work for me because I still ended up having a couple of hours to spend with the family each night. And
Yeah.
then eventually, after graduating, I had a lot more time available, and I was able to make more money because I learned a lot of things.
Right.